hostess and of course covering the spectrum of plenary talks, multi-track conference, exhibitions, felicitations, poster.
ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಸವಿಸ್ತರವಾಗಿ ವಿವರಣೆ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Immense pleasure to be a part of the curtain raiser for the inaugural edition of the Quantum India Bangalore. I extended my warm greetings to each one of you who has gathered here to mark the beginning of this significant scientific initiative of our department. Bangalore has all ingredients, world-class institutions, deep technical talent, such as the quantum of Asia. This summit is not just a curtain raiser, it is the opening chapter of the large mission to place Karnataka on the global quantum map. The Quantum India Bangalore 2025 event, jointly organized by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka and the Indian Institute of Science Quantum Technology Initiative, is a visionary step in the direction. It reflects the state's strong focus on fostering the scientific ecosystem and bringing a global attention to Karnataka's vibrant quantum. We are especially honored to welcome the Lords Professor Deccan Alden and Professor David Gross and thank them for the grace this event with their presence. In the coming days, we will unveil a dedicated quantum action plan, a strategic roadmap that will harness Karnataka's full potential to build and sustain thriving quantum ecosystem. This plan will lay out our next step in the education, manufacturing, research, support and international collaborations. So let us together believe in our scientific potential, invest in emerging and grow as a national committed to knowledge and progress. Thank you all. ನಾವೇ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಐ ನೋ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ Andhra Pradesh.
Is one of the first of its kind in India, which kick-started the process of education, creating the human resource. No technology can grow without a proper human resource and education. So Karnataka Research Park has started doing that over the last 3 years, first in any state in India. The funding, while government can give a little bit of funding, but it has to come from private sources. In America, in Europe, in most of the places where quantum has moved, you will see most of the funding has come from resources like Google, like Microsoft, like IBM. In India, we must sensitize our industrial colleagues, players, big houses, that quantum is a good business. And unless we do that, and by showing them business, and this is where your first question comes into play, that is how in the longer and shorter term we can show the impact in society, and that's where the whole conference has been designed to do so. We show where healthcare and diagnostics will get revolutionized by quantum protocols, quantum tools. Same thing what happens in high performance computing, same thing where we need to create our own strategic self-reliance. We need to create our own pressure sensors, we need to create our own computing facilities. And the moment we do so, the business will automatically follow. So I think sensing in the earliest and in the next 5 to 10 years, 5 years or so, I'm sure with QPI AI here and other computing facilities coming up, we will have a significant impact on the society. If you look at the federal government fundings in most part of the world, it is in the order of $1 to $3 billion. I mean, if you look at in European Union, it is in the order of $3 to $3.5 billion. We are going to have more information about it. China is much larger. US have created quantum ecosystems of approximately 2 to federal funding. But if you take a look at the funding from the industries, the IBMs, the Microsofts, that number goes significantly higher. As I said, while we expect the governments to give us funding, which is matching because it needs ecosystem development, but I hope that our industrial outlets will be now proactive and come up with funding resources. Still at a very early stage in India, and we just started. Several other countries, which you see particularly in the US, where IBM, the Googles, which have produced a significantly larger quantum processor based on superconducting processor or other kind of platforms like ions, like photonics, we are at a very early stage. But advantage is that while we believe that eventually we will reach an international standard, it is still not sure which one will finally win. So there is still a scope for us to catch up and make a serious impact in quantum computing space. The government funding from the National Quantum Mission, as well as now we are looking at funding within the state government, will help us reach the international standard, and hopefully the capability that we will create through this seed funding will help us to find out which is the final platform for quantum computing.
Also mentioned, has taken a significant step in terms of developing human resources, right, with Quantum Research Park, and the second phase is coming up. So that is something that we are looking into. How do you ensure that not only students who are in and around Bangalore, but the entire ecosystem gets developed, right? We have a large number of engineers, scientists who come from tier 2, tier 3 cities. We want to ensure that they understand the potential of quantum technology. They understand what are the areas that they can work on in the next 5 to 10 years. And that is also our hope with this conference. We want students to come here and understand the potential of quantum technology, what are the areas that they can work on. These aspects and manpower, as again Arindam mentioned, versus this technology will not move forward. And India does engineering and science graduates who are our strength. So we will look into these aspects.
Healthcare is one of the important goals, one of the use cases where we expect to create a strong impact. Quantum technology has got a much larger domain, including various kinds of new electronic solutions, peripheral solutions that we say, hardware, new kind of memory. So while the healthcare is one of the beneficiaries, sustainability goals are natural beneficiaries of any new technologies, including quantum. So, for example, if you can do certain searches in a much efficient manner than burning a lot of computing resources, computing time, you naturally save on energy. That's number one. Number two, the kind of equipments, the kind of devices that we have to build in the process of quantum technologies naturally help you in creating low energy devices, more efficient devices. So that again goes into the environment and energy sustainability goals. This is just an example, but I can tell you that there are many aspects of quantum that will naturally affect the more efficient use of resources. It's going to be, new materials are going to be developed that are more efficient and smarter, sensors smarter. So sustainability goals will be met in multiple ways than very direct ways as well, in addition to the direct ways. Training or also hands-on training, just laboratories. So the mandate of Quantum Research Park is teaching, and these are the programs that the Quantum Research Park has already launched. If you just go to the website, and you will get all the information about what are the teaching programs that are currently going on in the Quantum Research Park. We hope now that we have new quantum initiatives coming up, we will amplify these training programs. But Quantum Research Park already has created the necessary structure to have a large-scale teaching programs. Of quantum. The second thing that we wanted to do is the strategic aspects. See, quantum is a technology which will soon be protected. It will be protected internationally. And we wanted to ensure that we have our own strategic vertical to be developed and nurtured, and the sensitivity, particularly to various startups and companies, to understand what the requirements are, where we can actually make us independent. And that's why we will ensure that we have strong strategic presence in organization of a second track, which is on the track of strategic aspects. Quantum in security is what we call. The third aspect is quantum in computing. You see, quantum computing is one aspect, But quantum in computing means how the computing space, the HPC, high performance computing, and various other areas, algorithm, can get smarter with quantum areas. And as a result, quantum in computing, finances, AI, machine learning is one of the areas where we believe there's a significant amount of activities that's going on. Even in the shorter term, even before maybe a real quantum computer to come and change the system. The fourth is peripherals. We must make our own hardware as much as possible, the supporting hardware, to make quantum technologies a reality in Indian context. So we also have quantum hardware and peripherals as a fourth. The final vertical, the fifth one, is about outreach and social aspects, in which how quantum is going to affect our societal outreach, education, art. How we reach out to broader public is also an important area that we must take action now. And this is why a fifth vertical, which will be organized by the Bengaluru Science Gallery, and we have a track and very vibrant discussions, we hope.
And I think we are already shaping the future through our very fundamental research work and development work which is happening out of Karnataka. And we thought that what more opportune time to showcase this than now. And this decision was taken last year while we were celebrating and we were organizing a nano science event every alternate year. We thought that quantum technology and quantum science, which is so very fundamental and it is shaping almost all sectors today, we must bring the the global and the Indian best people in this domain to come together to talk about it, to share their views, and also give an opportunity and showcase what is happening in Karnataka. So this entire event is therefore being done in collaboration with academic organization in the country, and they are leading this conference. So it will be a 2-day event which will be held at Hotel Hilton. Technologies and the work around quantum has been happening in Karnataka, and that's why this is the right place to do it. Also, as you would all be aware, last year Government of India announced the Quantum India mission, under which IISc has been selected as one of the 6 hubs for quantum, and IISc in particular would be focusing on quantum computing. It is the hub for quantum computing. Also, the state government in collaboration with IISc has been running a quantum research park. We are just at the closure of phase 1 of the quantum research park. Phase 2 has already been announced, and it is a much larger engagement with much deeper scope. And the state government is supporting that, and it would be speaking at the event. They would be coming down specially to be a part of this event and would be sharing their knowledge and their expertise in this area. This is the showcase of all the other prominent speakers, but this is not, this is just an indicative list. We have many more